Hey, Jeff here, Deep Cycle Battery San Diego. We're going to do the installation of a right for fun lithium iron phosphate battery in a 2005 GEM car. And I'm assuming you already know how to remove all the batteries out of there. And so for safety, I'm going to show you that before you remove any batteries, according to any installation guide, the main on-off switch needs to be off before you do any disassembly. So this took two people to get the battery into this area. So as you can see, we have the rear cowling removed. It cannot be completely detached because of the electrical, so we leave that just hanging on the back. The trunk used to be right here. The trunk has been removed. This battery is quite heavy, probably 125 pounds. Two people took it to the tire and then we landed it here. The terminals are facing forward, and then one person stood inside here and then maneuvered it and swung it into the battery compartment. Now, what you should know, I'm going to show you a picture here. The handles, I know Right for Fun did their best. This is very sharp steel, and the nylon handles actually frayed or whatever, broke while we were lifting it. Luckily, it didn't hurt anybody. So what we did was we took some M6 bolts with some nuts that are very long. We kind of built some places for the rope. This rope that we just found, that we had to hang up underneath there, and we used the rope as a replacement handle. So be careful if you're watching this video before you do the installation. I don't think I would trust the nylon rope handles. So you're gonna be very tempted to do this installation without reading the instructions. Right for Fun does a really good job with their instructions, so I definitely read it. This will be the rear bracket that's going to mount. You can see it's got feet here. We're going to mount this here and give ourselves a L bracket to perch and land those feet on. And then correspondingly in the front, Right for Fun built us a really cool riser bracket to land the front feet, and we'll secure this to the aluminum frame of the car, and then we'll mount the cables and then work on the state of charge meter in the hood. I'm sorry, in the dash. This front bracket, you can see, is drilled into this aluminum crossbar that's under the plastic. I marked some black tape over here so I know where the center bar was located. And you can see we got the bracket mounted with the tabs to the front battery. And we got a hole there. We're just going to drop the bolt in there now and then get the nut on the bottom. And the way I'm working it is I gotta so I'm gonna stack the washer against the car, the spring nut, and then the nut in that order up underneath for security. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what we did with the positive cable. There was an A&L fuse, part of the original system. So the main positive from the GEM car is going to the fuse, and then this new cable, actually I used one of the battery cables that leaves the fuse and comes around and goes to the positive terminal of the lithium iron phosphate battery, or the Right for Fun battery, sorry. The negative with the little temperature sensor is now connected to the negative, and the threads, the posts are long enough to get all that on there. And let me show you where I put the state of charge meter. So in the instructions, you're gonna see that they are gonna tell you to locate the state of charge meter somewhere in this area here. The problem I had with it was, if you look, you take this dash off, there's two screws, Torx, on the outside of the windshield. There's 1 and 2. Take those out, the dash lifts off with Velcro. It's got Velcro right here, it comes right off. There was a lot of obstruction behind here for me to drill and put a state of charge meter. So you could probably locate it. There's a lot of empty space here, but this has a rounded shape. So what we did was, with the owner's permission, I put the state of charge meter and the power button here. It's a long hold, and this is below the driver's side seat, and it was a empty cavity underneath here to make the runs for the cable. So that's what we did there. So now we're going to button up the rear cowling, and the battery is narrow enough not to obstruct the brake cables. So yeah, I'm real happy with the Ride for Fun battery. I think it did real well, and that's really about it. They do say to use the factory charger as long as it's set for AGM or gel, and we'll see how that goes.